Some mysteries hide in the dark, others build a home there. What you're about to hear isn't just a crime, or a disappearance, or a haunting. It's a place where all three blur together, and the truth waits in the shadows. This is the story of the family who moved into the breathing rooms. Part 2. He's scared. Her mother's voice cracked. Of what? Lily looked at the ceiling, at the walls, at the floor, at the house. All of it. The lights went out. Not flickered, not dimmed. Went out. Total darkness swallowed the corridor. Her mother screamed. Her father cursed. Lily didn't make a sound. She just whispered, "He's trying to keep the house from seeing us." Daniel pushed again, a desperate, frantic pulse through the structure, trying to hold the house's attention away from the family. The house responded with a low, resonant groan, the kind of sound a glacier makes when it shifts, the kind of sound a body makes when it stretches too far. The darkness thickened. The air pressed inward. The walls tightened another inch. The house was done waiting. It wanted Lily. It wanted her now. A faint glow appeared at the far end of the corridor. Not white, not yellow, a soft, sickly blue. Pulsing. Slow. Steady, like a heartbeat. Lily pointed. "That's where he wants us to go." Her father hesitated. Her mother whispered, "We don't have a choice." The house inhaled. The corridor lengthened. The glow brightened. Something moved in the dark behind them. Soft. Wet. Dragging. Daniel pushed again. A final, desperate shove, and the glow flickered violently, as if he were trying to hold it open. The house growled. The floorboards buckled. The walls bowed. The glow pulsed faster. Lily whispered, "Hurry!" They didn't decide to run. Their bodies did. Some instinct older than language took over, the kind that knows when a predator had stopped stalking and started closing in. Lily's father shifted her weight in his arms. Her mother grabbed his sleeve, and together they moved. Not fast, not at first. The darkness was too thick, the air too heavy, the floor too uncertain beneath their feet. But the blue light pulsed again, brighter, sharper, and the house reacted. The corridor behind them exhaled, a long, low, wet sound. Something dragged across the carpet, slow, deliberate. Following. That was enough. They ran. The hallway stretched as they moved, not visually, not like a special effect, but physically. The floor elongated beneath their steps. The walls bowed inward. The ceiling dipped. Every stride felt wrong, like running on a treadmill disguised as a hallway. Her father grunted, adjusting Lily's weight. Her mother's breath hitched. The blue light flickered violently, as if Daniel were straining to hold it open. Behind them, the dragging sound grew faster. Closer. Hungry. The house was done playing. It wanted Lily. It wanted her now. A tremor rippled through the studs. A vibration rolled through the plaster. The blue light surged. For a moment, a single, impossible moment, the hallway snapped back to its correct length. The floor solidified, the walls straightened, the ceiling lifted. Daniel had forced the house to hold still. It cost him. He felt himself tear, thin strands of awareness peeling away like old wallpaper. But he held the structure steady long enough for the family to gain ground. Lily felt it. She pressed her face into her father's shoulder. "He's helping," she whispered. Her father didn't answer. He was too busy running. The house didn't scream. It didn't need to. The temperature dropped so fast the air crystallized in their throats. The carpet stiffened beneath their feet. The walls convulsed, a full-body shudder, and the corridor warped again, folding space like paper. The blue light flickered, dimmed, brightened, dimmed again. Daniel was losing. The house was furious. The dragging sound behind them accelerated. Now it wasn't dragging. It was crawling, fast, wet, close. Her mother risked a glance back. She didn't see a shape. She saw the carpet rising, swelling upward like something beneath it was pushing through. She screamed. Her father didn't look. He didn't need to. He could feel the floor flexing under his shoes. He could feel the house deciding how much force it needed to break him. They reached the end of the corridor. The blue light wasn't a bulb, or a fixture, or anything human-made. It was a crack, a seam in the air itself, a thin, vertical slit of pale, unnatural light, like the house had torn open a memory and left it hanging. The edges shimmered. The air around it vibrated. Lily reached toward it. Her father pulled her back. Her mother whispered, "What is that?" Lily answered without hesitation, "A door." Her father swallowed. "To where?" Lily blinked. "To the part of the house that remembers." Behind them, the carpet split. A long, wet tear. Something began to rise. Daniel pushed again. A desperate, ragged shove. And the blue seam widened. Just enough. Just barely. The house roared, not with sound, but with motion. The walls buckling inward, the ceiling dropping, the floor heaving. The family stumbled forward. The blue light flared, the seam opened, and the house lunged. Her father shoved Lily through the blue slit. Her mother followed. The house snapped at their heels, the carpet rising like a wave, the walls contracting like a throat. Daniel threw everything he had left into one final push. The seam slammed shut behind them. The corridor went silent. The house froze. And Daniel, what was left of him, collapsed into the studs, scattered thin as dust. The family didn't fall. They arrived. In a room that wasn't theirs, wasn't anyone's. A room made of overlapping memories. Wallpaper from the 70s, a window frame from the 40s, a radiator from the 90s, floorboards from a decade that never existed. A room that felt like the inside of a thought. Lily stood first. Her parents stared around in horror. Lily whispered, "He brought us here so the house can't reach us." Her mother knelt. "Who, baby?" Lily pointed at the wall, at nothing, at everything, at the man who forgot he was alive. The room breathed, not loudly, not visibly, but the air moved in a slow, tidal rhythm that didn't match the family's breathing. Her father held Lily close. Her mother scanned the walls, her voice thin and trembling. "Where are we?" The room answered with silence, not the absence of sound, the presence of it. A thick, padded quiet that felt intentional, engineered, like the room was listening. Lily stepped forward. Her father grabbed her arm. "Stay with us." But Lily didn't look afraid. She looked curious. "This is where he lives now," she said softly. Her mother swallowed. "Who?" Lily pointed at the wall. "The man who used to be a person." A ripple moved through the wallpaper. Subtle, like a breeze beneath paper. Her mother gasped and stepped back. Her father positioned himself between Lily and the wall, but Lily stepped around him. "It's okay," she whispered. "He's trying to talk." The wallpaper shifted again. Patterns from different decades. Florals, stripes, peeling beige, slid over each other like layers of skin. A faint indentation appeared. A handprint, not pressed outward, pressed inward. as if someone on their side of the wall were trying to push deeper into it. Lily reached toward it. Her father grabbed her wrist. "No!" The handprint vanished. The wallpaper smoothed, but the room's breathing grew louder, faster, agitated. Daniel tried again. A tremor through the floorboards, a pulse through the radiator, a flicker in the sourceless light. He was trying to warn them, trying to speak, trying to hold the house back. But the house was stronger. It always had been. The temperature dropped. Not gradually. Instantly. Her mother's breath fogged. Her father's teeth chattered. Lily's hair lifted slightly, as if static crawled through the air. The walls tightened. Not visibly, but the space shrank by an inch. Then another. The room was contracting. Slowly, deliberately, like lungs exhaling around them. Her father whispered, "We need to get out." Lily shook her head. "We can't." Her mother knelt, gripping Lily's shoulders. "Why not?" Lily looked at the ceiling, at the floor, at the walls, at the seams where memories overlapped. "Because the house knows we're here now." The room shuddered. A deep, structural groan rolled through the space. The wallpaper bulged, just slightly. Like something enormous pressed its weight against the other side. Her father backed toward the door, except there was no door, just a blank stretch of wall. Smooth, seamless. The house had erased the exit. The floorboards vibrated. A pattern, a rhythm, 3 pulses. Pause. 2 pulses. Pause. 1. Lily's eyes widened. "He's telling us something." Her father swallowed. "What?" Lily pressed her ear to the floor. Listened. Her voice came out small, fragile. "He says the house is coming." The room convulsed. The wallpaper tore in a long, vertical line. Not from age, from pressure, from something pushing through. Her mother screamed. Her father grabbed Lily. The tear widened. A dark seam opened in the wall. Not a doorway, not a window, a mouth. Breathing. In. Out. In. Out. The house had found them, and it was hungry. The tear in the wall widened. Not fast, not violently, but with the slow, confident certainty of something that had opened itself many times before. The wallpaper peeled back in curling strips. The plaster bowed inward. The air rushed toward the opening in a thin, hungry stream. Her mother clutched Lily. Her father stepped in front of them, one arm out, as if he could physically block a building. The room's breathing grew louder, deeper. The walls expanded, contracted, expanded again. The house wasn't just aware of them now, it was interested. A tremor rolled through the floorboards. Not random, not structural. A pattern, 3 pulses. Pause, 3 pulses, pause. 3. Lily's eyes widened. "He's scared," she whispered. Her father didn't look away from the widening seam. "Who?" "The man in the walls." The tear shuddered. A low, resonant groan vibrated through the room. The sound of wood under strain, of metal bending, of something enormous shifting its weight. Daniel pushed again, trying to hold the tear closed, trying to keep the house out, trying to keep the family alive. But the house was stronger. It always had been. The tear widened another inch. A cold draft spilled out. Not air, not wind. Something else. Something that felt like memory stripped of warmth. Her mother's breath hitched. "What is that?" Lily answered softly. "The part of the house that forgot people are real." The tear bulged outward. A shape pressed against the opening. Not a face. Not a hand. Something more abstract. Like the outline of a room trying to push through another room. Angles where angles shouldn't be. Corners folding in on themselves. A geometry that hurt to look at. Her father staggered back. Her mother pulled Lily close. The shape pressed harder. The wallpaper split. The plaster cracked. The room groaned like a spine bending too far. Lily whispered, "It's coming in." The radiator rattled. The floorboards buckled. The sourceless light flickered violently. Daniel threw himself against the tear, not with hands, not with a body, but with every thin, scattered fragment of self he still possessed. For a moment, the tear stopped widening. The shape behind it paused. The room held its breath. Lily stepped forward. Her father grabbed her arm. "No." But Lily shook her head. "He's not trying to hurt us." Her mother's voice cracked. "Who?" Lily pointed at the tear. "At both of them." The room convulsed. The tear snapped wider. A blast of cold air hit them, sharp, metallic, tasting like old dust and forgotten years. The shape behind the wall surged forward. The floor lurched. The ceiling dipped. The walls bowed inward. The house was entering the room. Not a creature. Not a ghost. A place. A place trying to occupy another place. A place trying to swallow them. Her father grabbed Lily. Her mother grabbed his arm. The tear widened again. A low, guttural vibration rolled through the room. The sound of a building preparing to absorb something new. Lily whispered, "It wants us." Her father's voice broke. "What does it want?" If this story unsettled you, subscribe and stay close. What comes next goes deeper.